There's so many things I could say about Evie, and she's just my everything. She keeps me going. She inspires not only me, but so many others. Her journey's been an inspiration just to show like you can make it through anything. Evie was born at 28 weeks, and she was 2 pounds, 5 ounces. She had an identical twin sister, Ivy, who was 2 pounds, 7 ounces. When they were born, their lungs weren't fully developed yet, so they had to be intubated. They would continue to get pneumonia and get sick, and there was always something preventing them from sort of reaching the goal that the medical staff had for them. Ivy stayed intubated and remained intubated for her life, which I got to spend 68 days with her. Evie was doing better, so she was unintubated and she was able to use a CPAP. We were pretty much in the hospital for monitoring from January until March when they were born. And somewhere during that, we were told about the McDonald's house that we'd probably be eligible to stay there. I was at the hospital for a few days after they were born, and then came home just to get everything I needed, and then went to the McDonald's house after. I stayed at the McDonald's house in Morgantown for 2.5 months until I had transferred my daughter to Pittsburgh, and then I stayed there for the remainder of the stay, over 220 days in total. I was able to go from Morgantown to Pittsburgh with such a smooth transition. Really have to do much besides ask if that was okay, and without the Ronald McDonald House, my life would have been a mess. I couldn't have stayed afloat. I would have just been overwhelmed with the stress and anxiety that my experience brought me. If there weren't meals cooked or wasn't food available, I probably wouldn't have ate, because at what I was going through at that point, it was just a lot that I carried.
We could sleep better at night knowing the girls were being taken care of. And important to us, Kyle was being taken care of.
Even though these things can be a financial burden with travel expenses, meals, and not knowing anybody as well, not having a big support system in another city far from home. There were familiar staff that were there to provide support, answer questions.
I was able to take a lot of the worries that I normally would have had away. The Ronald McDonald House will always be special to me because it allowed me to stay close to my daughters through some of the hardest times that they went through and some of the best days they had. I was able to sustain what I had to give and put it where it needed to go, and right into Evie and her care. She's so smart and brave and strong and just has all these qualities that anybody could admire. And she likes to have fun, she likes to play and experience new things. Evie loves music, and I can tell she'll like dancing when she's able to, because she already kind of gets a groove and she remembers her favorite songs. And she doesn't even realize what she's made it through, and that nothing has stopped her to this point, and nothing ever will. If you donate your money, time, or supplies to the Ronald McDonald House, you are to thank to allow families to stay close to their children and take some of the stress away through some of the most difficult times that families will make it through together. Evie needed me to be there for her, and because of the Ronald McDonald House, I was able to be.